Hello. Welcome in, welcome in. My name's Rex, and I'll be taking care of you tonight. How are you doing on this fine night? I see. That's good. Yeah, a little bit tired. Yeah, don't worry. I know it well. So, what can I get you for tonight? We've got the classics: old-fashioned, whiskey, Manhattan, martinis, margaritas, Long Island iced tea. If you're trying to start problems tonight, which I don't think you will. So, but that's always there. There's also pina coladas if you want to go for something, that's not strong. And we also got simple stuff like good rum and coke. You can't go wrong with that. But personally, I think that an old-fashioned makes people feel cooler than they actually are. And I say that because, well, I drink that and I have a little bit of a personal bias with it, but anyway, it's really up to your preference. So, what are we thinking? Oh, okay. Good choice. Yeah, that one's solid. Let me make it for you and just sit tight, okay? I'll be right back. Alright, one drink coming right up. Careful now. There we go. So, have you been here before? I thought so. Because, I usually remember a lot of faces around here. Yeah. Especially, really a lot of just mainly the locals. They stop by at this place because, it's a really chill, cozy place here. Not a lot of people think that this is a bar when they, first enter here because, I imagine you thought the same thing too because, like, when you look at the outside of this place, it doesn't really strike off as one, right? Yeah. And it's not like every bar is, flashy or loud and that sort of thing. This one's just more hidden away, more obscure, and I guess that's just what makes this one a little more unique and just has charm to it. So, yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, of course. And I was kind of surprised that you walked into this place. What did you think? Did you think that it was not a bar? You thought it was something else? Some people react differently. Some are surprised. Some are happy to be here that they discovered this, and they just keep coming back for more. We always love returning customers. We always do. But yeah. Yeah, you'd be surprised that how many people walk through this door just wanting someone to acknowledge that, they exist, right? And honestly, I like being that person. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I'm just pouring drinks for a lot of guys going through their second or third divorce. Well, pretend that they totally don't care. But sometimes you just get conversations that stick with you. Yeah. A lot of, I guess, drama. Well, not really drama, it's just a lot of venting in a way, but, yeah. Like, for example, there was this guy who used to come in every Friday, and they always ordered the exact same thing. They never smiled. They never laughed. And I thought that he hated me for the longest of times. And then one night, he tells me, completely out of nowhere, that he only came because that this bar was the only place that he did not feel invisible. And that just kind of stuck with me, because there are so many people walking around feeling invisible, and you never know. So whenever somebody is sitting here at this counter, I try to make them feel seen, even for a little while, even if all I can offer is a drink and a conversation. Because the sad reality is that we're all connected online 24/7, and a lot of people still feel invisible. It's sad. But again, that's why places like this matter. And it's not even just about the alcohol. It's really just the human interaction. And yeah, that's what I try to do. I try to make this place lively. And I mean, what did you think about it personally so far? Yeah? Well, I'm glad, because that means a lot, actually. I put a lot of effort into the atmosphere of this bar. I really try my best. I don't want to make it seem like it's just, your average bar where nobody actually cares about you or that sort of thing. This has life to it. So, yeah. Oh, these? Oh, well, yeah, they're just arm warmers. Yeah, they were originally a joke, and one of my coworkers dared me to wear them during a shift, and I ended up getting tipped like 40 extra bucks. So now it's become part of me, I guess, which is funny because you would think that, every bartender would not be wearing striped thigh highs while wiping down counters, but I mean, I guess presentation matters, and good presentation means that people tip more, and that's what I call strategy. You work smarter, not harder, as they say. But I mean, seriously though, I like this job. I really do. I didn't expect to at first. I just thought that it would be temporary because I just needed the money, of course, but at first you just get into it, you learn the things, and then suddenly several years pass, and but somewhere along the line I realized that I actually liked hearing people's stories. Everybody's carrying around this entire universe in their head, all of these memories and regrets and hopes and embarrassments that nobody else sees. And then after a drink or two, sometimes they let you peek inside. It's really interesting. Messy, but interesting. You learn a lot about people working at a bar. You learn who's honest, who's pretending, who's hurting, who desperately wants someone to notice that they're hurting. And honestly, a lot of people just want permission to stop pretending that they're okay all the time. Society is really exhausting like that. You gotta constantly perform, constantly be productive, be attractive, be successful, be funny online, be emotionally stable, be desirable, but not too desperate, be confident, but not arrogant. It's like everybody's trying to pass some kind of test. And if you even dare fall behind just a little bit, people act like that you failed at being a person. Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. No, seriously, I do. And you know what I think messes people up the most? Is that it's the idea that everybody else has life figured out. Except here's the thing. They don't. I promise you, they don't. Like, there could be some kind of couple that's like posting pictures online. Like at like some kind of beach or something. They're having a good time. However, they probably argued, prior to that. They might have had a huge argument or something. Or about someone that's trying to act confident all the time. He probably stares at his ceiling at 2 in the morning, wondering why he feels empty. People are way more fragile than they look. You included, and me included. We're all kind of improvising here. And relationships? God, don't even get me started with that, because relationships are complicated. They are so complicated. People want to love so badly, but they're terrified of rejection, terrified of abandonment, terrified of wasting years and years and years on the wrong person. So, they either hold on too tightly, or they never open up at all. And then dating becomes this weird game where nobody wants to admit that they care first. And that part always makes me sad. Because caring is not embarrassing. It's human. You shouldn't have to act detached all the time to protect yourself. And I get it. Yeah, heartbreak sucks. And it takes someone like me for me to know that too well. And it really does. It really does suck. There's no other way around it. When somebody leaves or changes or stops loving you the same way, it can feel like somebody reached into your chest and just completely rearranged everything. And the worst part about it is that life keeps going anyway. You still gotta wake up, you still gotta work, you still gotta do things that you gotta do, right? And the world that just doesn't pause just because that your heart's falling apart. It just doesn't. But I think that there's something important in that too. Because eventually, little by little, you keep going too. You survive days that you thought would crush you. And then one morning, you realize that it just doesn't hurt the same anymore. Not because it never mattered, but it's because you healed. And people underestimate their ability to heal. They really do. And you're stronger than you think. And no, I'm not just saying it like in some kind of cheesy motivational way. I mean, genuinely. You're stronger than you think. You've already survived versions of yourself that thought they wouldn't make it. And yet, here you are, sitting at a bar, listening to some dude in arm warmers philosophize while polishing glasses late at night. That's me. But I don't think that the world is completely hopeless. even with all the crap that's going on nowadays, even with how cruel people can be. There's still good stuff. There's still moments worth sticking around for. Like hearing your favorite song unexpectedly, or laughing so hard that your stomach hurts, or somebody remembering a tiny detail about you, or even just sitting somewhere quiet while the rain taps against the windows, or finally feeling understood for a second. That matters. It all matters. And I think people get trapped looking for huge life-changing happiness, when honestly, most of that happiness just comes in small moments like this. Tiny things like a warm drink with someone, a safe conversation with someone, and that's someone who listens. Those little moments save people more often than grand miracles do. And hey, you don't have to have everything figured out right now. Nobody worth their time expects perfection from you. You're allowed to be confused. You're allowed to be tired. You're allowed to still be healing. That doesn't make you broken. It makes you human. Yeah, I know. It's really hard. And loneliness can only just make it even more difficult, and especially at night, because that's usually when people spiral. You start replaying those old conversations, and then you start questioning yourself, wondering why things ended the way that they did, and wondering if anybody's ever really gonna stay. And again, like I said, I know that very well myself, and that's just how it is. I mean, no, you don't gotta really feel bad about it. It is what it is, I guess. I just hope that all I can really do is that the people that I don't really talk to anymore, I just hope that they're doing well and that I'm praying for them. And that they're always welcome back with open arms at any point. I don't hold grudges. I really don't. But you don't gotta feel bad. You don't have to. It's fine. It's okay. I'm okay. I just want to make sure that you are okay. And that's why I'm talking to you. We're having this conversation. But, anyway. What I can tell you, however, is that one bad chapter doesn't decide your whole story. One rejection doesn't define your worth. And one failed relationship doesn't mean that you're unlovable. And society is something. It's always going to tell you who you should be, how you should look, how fast you should succeed, how masculine or feminine you should act, what kind of life you're supposed to want. But the thing is that you gotta build your own version of happiness. Otherwise, you spend your whole life chasing approval from people who aren't even happy themselves. That is a miserable trade. Trust me. And for what it's worth, I think that sincerity still matters. Even now. Even in a world full of irony and fake confidence and doom scrolling and all that sort of stuff, being kind matters. Being genuine matters. Caring about people matters. It's not weakness. It never was. It just never was. And hey, it's okay to, I guess, just think about it. It's okay to even cry if you need to, because it's perfectly fine. You don't gotta hide your own emotions. This place has seen crying. This place has seen breakups, panic attacks, awkward first dates. Like this one guy who threw up trying to impress somebody after taking 3 shots. That relationship did not survive. So trust me, you're fine. You're safe here. Just take your time. If you need anything else, just let me know. Like, if you need another drink or just anything, it's perfectly fine. I'm happy to provide. All right. Sure, I can do that for you. Just know that all these drinks are on the house. Yeah, I mean it. They're on the house. You don't gotta worry about paying for them because I do this a lot. I really do. Just people just need a night where somebody treats them gently, and I just don't really. That matters more to me than the money. So, just it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine. Anyway, let me go refill this, and I'll be back. Alright, and I'm back, and here's your drink, and yeah. But like I said earlier, I genuinely do hope that things get better for you. I know life can feel unfair, and relationships can leave a bunch of scars, and people can disappoint you. But there are still good people out there. There are still connections worth making. And you haven't missed your chance at happiness. Not even close. You're still here. That means that the story is still moving. And hey, if life's gonna be difficult anyway, you might as well just do whatever the hell that you want to do. Be like me, for example. I'm standing here bartending in thigh highs and arm warmers at what time is it? Like 1 in the morning. So, if society is going to stress me out regardless, I may as well look cute while I'm restocking whiskey and all these other drinks because, you know what, that's just how we do it. F it, right? Yeah. And you know what? The tips are fantastic. So clearly the universe rewards that in some way. So you just gotta think about the bright side or the positive side of things instead of all the negatives. So yeah. I'm glad you came in tonight. I'm glad you discovered this place, and I'm glad that we were able to just talk and have this conversation, just to get to know you a bit more. And yeah, you seem like a good person, just worn down a little, and that can happen. But just don't let the world turn you cold. It tries to. It really does. But hold on to the parts of yourself that still care. Those are the most important parts. Alright? Alright. Anyway, I should probably let you get going now before I accidentally become your full-time therapist. And legally, I think that requires a license, which I don't have. But yeah. Take care getting home, okay? And drink some water before you sleep. Yeah, I have to say that because, I mean, water is healthy, and you should be drinking plenty of water. I care, alright? And just know that my door is always open. Well, only during business hours. Because if you show up at 4 in the morning, then I don't know. I probably won't be there. And even if I do, I don't think I can necessarily really help you at that early of a time. So, but besides that, you're welcome here at any time. All right. All right. Well, good night, and it was a pleasure having you come here and discover this place and just talk, you know? I hope that all does go well, and I hope to see you again at some point. Alright. And you're welcome again. You're very welcome. My goal is to just be there for someone. And that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do. Anyway, I'll see you around. Bye.